What have we been at today? Well, this afternoon, this thing, Simba Express. Can you hear me? Can you see me? So, we've had a few problems with this machine. Really good machine apart from the scraper on the back. As you can see, that is not the standard scraper. We have chopped it off. Can you hear me and can you see me? The workshop doesn't have phenomenal signal, so I might go blurry for a little bit, but this is the scraper we've chopped off it. One, because it's worn, so it's worn right through and it's all caked full of soil. And two, because we needed to chop off to change the angle of the dangle on this machine. Let me just shut the door. So, got a bit of steel and 60 by 60 box section here, because so these are not the standard scrapers for the Simba. Let me grab you one. Did you forget to upload a video? There you go, exactly, Theo, that's exactly what's happened. I didn't get a video done, so this is what you're getting. Some people are not big fans of the live, but yeah, tough, you don't have to watch it. Some people do like them. So this is a scraper off of the Simba. So this is what should be on it. This is what's mounted to that bit of steel I just showed you outside. And it's a stupidly complicated, it's not complicated, but it's a laser cut piece of steel which is folded in two different orientations, and then it's got 3 holes in it, and it's got this lug welded onto it, and it's just not very good. They bend, so that's meant to be straight. You can also see there's a wrinkle in paint because this piece is bent that way as well, and they're expensive for what they are. So we decided we're going to replace them with other types of scrapers. So we've got scrapers on our heaver, so our subsoiler has a set of scrapers and never been an issue. We've never even adjusted them. They are quality. And here they are. They look like this. All they are is a lump of steel, CNC cut, done. 10 mil, is it 10 mil? Yeah, 10 mil. These I think are 8 mil. So a thicker lump of steel, there's no bends in them, no weak points, and they just work a lot better. So we decided we wanted to mount these, and they're cheaper, wanted to mount these on the Simba. And hopefully they'll solve the problem we have. So we're just in a process right now. So Kev last week brought it in here, took these brackets off, there's 3 of them, took off the old piece of steel that was on there, and took off all the scrapers that were on it. I've ordered up these scrapers, and now we're just in the process of mounting it. So we positioned it where we wanted it, tacked this box section there, so that's kept everything solid, so everything's referenced correctly. And now we're in the process of making these brackets, altering them. This is what they were before. So the box section sat there, had a weld around there. Kev chopped that off. And then I've just, this afternoon, Kev and I were at it and chopped a bit of steel off there, and I've made a new bracket to weld in. So there's 3 of these to make. I've only made 1 so far. So that, put it on the other side, is going to weld in like that. So weld all that seam, weld the same on the other side, weld it to the box section, give it a good old paint, and then it should be in the right position, and then we just need to mount all these new scrapers in place. We've matched this box section angle, or the angle of the scraper, to what the heaver's set up as, because we know it works. So that's some of the scrapers there. They just bolt on with a U-bolt. The only one thing I'm slightly concerned at is, so these are a single piece, and on the heaver you can basically get them as a double. So the heaver, that's all one CNC'd piece, and it just adds quite a bit of rigidity, because if you think That's just on in 2 places there, and a U-bolt, and it can kind of flex in that way a wee bit. If I give that well, it's just been put on, but you imagine that getting whacked day in, day out, it will wiggle a bit. Whereas if you had 2 joined together, you'd have 4 bolting points, and it'd be a lot more sturdy. So we could weld a plate between these 2, but we're going to try it without it first and see if it works. Keep it a bit simpler and save us a bit of welding. Hopefully it works, but that's what we've been at. Just need to finish it. I even got the right paint, the right code anyway. It won't match because that paint will have faded, but it'll be better than rust, I think. I've not been in the workshop for absolutely donkeys. We had a few calves last night. 4, another set of twins. That's 3 sets of twins so far in 8 or 9 cows. So still going strong on the twin front. I don't want the same amount of sets as last year, but hey ho, we'll see what happens. Everything's healthy and alive, other than the very first one. Oh, Kev's made a new bracket. I just noticed that. Oh, that's quite good, that. Don't know when he made that. What's everyone saying to it? Can you put you in a timeout? Theo wants in a timeout. I'll put you in. Hold on. Put user in a timeout. Timeout. 30 minutes. That's a good wee bracket Kev's made there. Yeah, so don't get enough time in the workshop. There's my lathe. Can you see it? I need to get that down to a guy in Clackmannanshire. He said he's going to do it up for me. Which it might actually get done if someone else does it. He put the roll of paper on the wrong way. Well, it depends how you like to pull it off. That was actually a bracket that came with, you know when we made that, where is it? It's not in here. The power washer reel that I put on the power washer, it came with these brackets, but they weren't the right brackets for our power washer, and they wouldn't take them back, so Kev's obviously used it just to make a bracket there on the wall, hang some things up, tidied up. I'd love like a big fancy American workshop, spotless clean. But you're talking a lot of money to get like that, and rather spend it on other things. Oh, I'm deciding whether I cut more brackets tonight or go and check the cows and stop. Plasma cutter's out. Not used this for a while, but look at that for a curve. Hand done curve. That's the cleanest curve I've ever cut with a plasma cutter. I did 2 straights there, so just put a bit of box section, ran up against it, same there, and then a nice wee curve. So I need to cut 2 more of these brackets. Nothing fancy. Oh, I'll give you a wee update on the borehole. It's quite windy outside, so let me know if the audio's awful and I'll come back in to check if I'm only on 5% as well. No, there's a machine coming tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. The one that's coming from Stoke. So, borehole. There it is, done and dusted. 100 metres deep that one is. A lot deeper, well, another 40 metres deeper than the one along the road at the cattle. I know I get rubbish signal in here, so I'm not going too far in. But yeah, it is sleeved now. I'll go in. I might disappear. I better not drop you down the hole. So you can't see it, and I can't get a torch on, but there's a sleeve. The whole thing's sleeved inside with a blue. It's like alkathene pipe, but that width. And then basically we need to dig a hole there, plumb into it. Pump needs drop down the well. and then we need to run it for 2 weeks or a week. Just shove the water down a drain just to clean everything out, flush everything out, and then test it. Yeah, but 100 meters, it's pretty deep. They sleeved it all the way down to 20 meters, which is a lot of sleeving. Along the road, it's maybe only like 13 meters, 10 meters, 13 meters. What they do is they've got steel, a steel sleeve, so a cylinder of steel, and as they're coring down, they drop that down.